So guys, hello and welcome to another MSFS video. Today you join me in the ground in Sarajevo. We've just landed here in this TUI Airways 737 from Gatwick, and in this video we're going to take ourselves back up to London Gatwick. This is TUI Airways or Tomjet Service 575 to Gatwick. Should be a nice flight up there today. It's only took about 2 hours to get down here. It's a very obscure little airport. It's hidden in the middle of Bosnia. This is the only route TUI do to it from Gatwick, and it's purely for the winter season for the sake of the skiing. It's a very mountainous airport, and it was a slightly difficult approach to fly to get into here. Even more so out, as we can't take off from runway at 11 here. We have to use 29, which is the inverse what we landed on. All will become apparent very soon though. But yeah, so we're going to go and get in the flight deck and get setting up. We'll be using FS2Crew for this flight, which is something I haven't used in the video yet, but I have come to use it on a day-to-day basis when I'm flying in the sim. So we'll see how it goes. It might be great, it might be a disaster. We'll see what happens. This is Foxtrot Zulu Delta. This is our trusty 737 that's brought us down here. It's the oldest that's currently in the TUI fleet, so it's still going strong for its age. So yes, we're going to take this thing back up to Gatwick. So without further ado, we'll jump in the flight deck and we'll start setting up for the return. So got onto the flight deck. It's sort of in a what is a TUI turnaround state. IRS is a de-aligned. The rest of it's just has arrived really. So we'll get ourselves setting up. So I'll tell FS2Crew that. Let's start setting up.
Roger.
Lovely. Right, so first things first, with the IRS is going. Obviously, if this was a normal start off in Gatwick, we'd do all the tests, but we've done them all today already. Just need to test the oxygen again before we head back. Good stuff. We'll come to the EFB. I'll get my new flight data in for the way back. Again, this is something I don't think I've used in a video yet, this new universal flight tablet. It is quite good, slightly underwhelming for the amount of hype that was built around it, and the fact that PMDG were hyping up the release of the release date. Like, it was just a crazy thing. But it's nice, it's good to finally have it in the sim. I get the fuel truck to come up. Good stuff. So booked onto this flight of 141 packs and 2.2 tons of cargo. So we'll take about 136 just to account for a few who haven't turned up. And we'll do 2 tons of cargo, so we'll do 1200 in the back and 800 in the front. Lovely. 136 is set. Excellent stuff. Is the fuel truck there yet? It's just attaching. Lovely. So quickly I'll run through the flight plan before we get going. Flight time 2 hours and 20 minutes. Minimum is the final reserve is 2.3 tons, and that's for Stansted. Routing is going to take us up over Bosnia, Croatia, Italy, Switzerland, through France, over the Channel and into Gatwick. Lovely. That's our pack data as we've already discussed. Max shear free, so that's not too bad. Fairly smooth flight. If we come past all the NOTAMs, quickly head to the flight chart. It's very variable winds. We're going to have a slight tailwind, only slight though. We have an icing risk at flight level 150, or moderate icing risk 150 in this area, which shouldn't affect us at all.
I'm out for the walk around.
Okay. Lovely. Interference no factor. Yes, a slight tailwind, but not loads. Lovely, that's fine, nothing of such to note there really, and the weather in Gatwick's alright as well, so we don't really need any extra fuel. So we'll load 8.2 tons. Excellent stuff, right. So we're at Lima, Quebec, Sierra Alpha, for Sarajevo. We're on gate 4. Now we can do the SimBrief route request, which is very handy. Get that to load in. We're just using a call sign Tomjet 575 as the real thing did, so nice and easy. Give that a second to load in. We'll work through all our FMS setup first before we start going through the flows, as we should do. Just give that a second to sort its life out. We do have a departure time of 9:40. It doesn't matter if we're 10 minutes late, because we have 10 minutes leeway built into the... Well, because of the flight time even, we have 15 minutes leeway. But ideally we get out as early as we can. Lovely. Is that loaded in? It has. Lovely. So, departure's off at 2:09 today. I think we're planning the Bosnia 1 Alpha, but we can review that in the charts and see which one's most applicable. It'll be the Kunov 1 Golf and 0 right in use in Gatwick. Lovely. And if I remember correctly, that'll be a Willow transition. Oh, will it actually? No, it's going to be Timber, isn't it? It's going to be Timber. I'm thinking Willow, because that's at the left side of the airport, but no, we're still coming from the east. Yeah, I'll go for Timber. We can review that when we plan the arrival. What have we got on the OFP for zero fuel work currently? And we can update this when the load sheet arrives to what the actual one will be. 56.6. Fuel 8.2 we're planning. Reserve was 2.3. Cost index is 13. Cruising up at 380 initially. We might stick to 400 if it's worth it later on in the flight. Winds 009 at 4 and an ISO of positive 2. So minus 54. Transition altitude is correct at 10,000, so we can execute all that. N1 limits. Slightly more complicated here. I'll quickly get virtual performance tool to give me the engine out procedure. So straight ahead to 1 DME of Bravo Hotel Sierra Sarajevo. 1 DME. Left hand turn on track 270 to 2.5 DME.
Hi, the security and safety checks are all done. Are you good to start boarding?
Go for it.
Thanks.
Lovely. We'll request boarding then. Lovely, so 2.5 DME. Then right turn on track 300 to 9 DME. This is so complex. Max bank 15 degrees through all of this as well. So that to 9 DME, then a right turn to Addons waypoint, and then we hold there. Oh, hang on, don't you fuck with this. Oh, he's already fucked with it. Ugh. Oh, I hate you. What was it again? 136, 1200 in the back and 800 in the front. He likes to enter what he wants when we start boarding. He will learn though, with enough capital punishment. Anyway, what was it again? Adnan. I'll hold there. All this will come a lot clearer once the IRS come alive. So we've got to track 270, one straight ahead to 1 DME, 270 to 2.5, then right 300 to 9, and then right to Addon. That's easier to remember, ish. Lovely, so that's in now. We can start focusing on the takeoff performance. So we'll quickly go back to the UFT departure. ASUS 310 at 5 is the winds. -3 is the temperature. 1023 is the QNH. Got the optimum flap. We don't require any anti-ice, and our current gross weight is 64.8, which is under the max landing weight, so we'll be fine for an immediate return. CG is 20.5 currently. Now I have VirtualPerformance Tool as well. I like to use both just to cross-check the data I'm getting, and then I always go with the most conservative data. I'm going to be using flat 1 today, purely because of the amount of terrain we have to clear. TUI have a tendency at the moment as well to be using flat 1 quite frequently. It can be on cases more optimal, particularly when you're quite light and it's short haul flying. So we're going to go with flat 1 today as long as this agrees with that. Lovely, so take off to 32 degrees. I'm going to run it through virtual performance Tool as well and see if that gives me the same data. It'll have a bit of a variation in it, but it shouldn't be too much. I'll just give that a second. I'm quickly going to check on what noise abatement procedure we're using here as well. It's my first time flying into Sarajevo. I had a lot of I did a bit of research into it last night, looking at charts and stuff. So yeah, flaps 1. Okay, so what I've got from VirtualPerformance Tool is flap 1, 24, 5 pounds of thrust and 33 degrees. So take off 1. Yeah, I'll go with that. It's more conservative. So we may as well go with that. If that's what it thinks we can get away with, we'll do that. We'll go with full climb thrust, just for terrain clearance. Flat 1 departure, that's the CG. You'll quickly update the trim over here. Lovely speeds, 143 is what the calculator's given me, so I'll put 143 in. 145 and 151 match up perfectly. Lovely, and then we're going to be using NADP2, which is fine. Excellent, so that is the CGU done for now. Oh, the iris came alive. Okay, yeah, straight ahead to 1DME, 300 to 270 to 2.5, 300 to 9, and then direct to Addons. That makes sense.
No issues on the walk around.
That was very enthusiastic. I'm back. Right, good, no issues on the walk around then. I'm going to put terrain on while we're here. So that's done, we can start working through the flows now. Is refueling completed? It is. Happy days. Cabin crew, refueling completed. Lovely, that can go away then. So start on the left side, yaw down and come on. Navigation transitions are all normal. Got the fuel pumps on. Don't check the cross lead valve, I checked that earlier. What are we on at the minute? Ground power and battery's fine actually. On ground power at the moment. Seatbelts are on. Window heat's on. Don't need to touch hydraulics yet. That side's fine. Packs are on. AP bleed off. Cruising at 38,000 feet and the landing altitude will be 250 feet in Gatwick. Sorry, 200 feet in Gatwick. Ignition to the left, which is good because we've swapped that after landing. Okay, coming down to the MCP. Flight directors can go on. I'm going to get the chart up quickly to see what we're dealing with. So, departure, SID. Now, we need to double check which one we want to use. Oh, it's crashed, great. So, Bosnia 1 Alpha, runway 29, that's easy enough. And the Bosnia 4 Whiskey. So, Bosnia 4 Whiskey seems to be based on VOR. Is there any guidance on as to when what's used? Oh, for God's sake. I think... what did the real thing fly? Let's have a look. Bosnia 4 Whiskey. Great, we'll do the Bosnia 4 Whiskey then. It's going to require me to re-enter this, but... Oh no, it won't actually. Never mind, we're fine. So Bosnia 4 Whiskey we're going to go with. I'll make sure there's no discrepancies. There we go. Lovely, so Bosnia 4 Whiskey. So initially we're going to need a radial of 160 and 307 we need to set. So 160. And then I'll go 307. We'll tune the corresponding frequencies shortly. 307, good stuff. So I need to tune. Well, they're tuned actually 110 at 7. I assume that's 160 of 405 ADF. ADF, lovely. So straight ahead to 2,100 feet above for the turn. Right heading 010, so 160 outbound from Sarajevo. Sarajevo, sorry. Follow that to Timid, where we established in the freezer 7 outbound from Sarajevo VOR, which is 1167. Lovely, that's tuned nicely. Let me follow that outbound. Is there any initial climb on here? Nope. We'll go with 9,000 then, because that seems to be the minimum. The minimum in them places anyway. So 9,000 was set. The speeds, the V2 speed, what was the V2 speed again? 151. And what's our runway heading? 293. So I'll set that. Lovely. Right, we'll reset fuel flow. Osprey RTO. Reset the clock. Reset the clock. Actually, what? We need 2,705 feet set as the MFRA. We'll quickly do that now. Oh, spot on. Couldn't do that again if I tried. Lovely, that's the boarding completed. Or for alarm, we'll do L11 VNAV after the departure briefing when we discussed it. That's fine, he hasn't tampered with them again, that's good. Get the hydraulic system pressure up just when we pressurise it. Frequencies are fine, we set that earlier. Comms panels are fine, we set the VORs, no squawk mode to set. So that is the top to bottom flow complete. Lovely. So, pre-flight checklist, please. Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested 100%. Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches. Normal, auto. Windows heat. On. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Flight instruments.
Heading 022. Altimeter 1022.
Heading 022. Altimeter 1022. Parking brake.
Set.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist completed.
Lovely, good stuff. So we're nearing the departure time now, really. Not a whole lot more for us to do currently. We'll do the departure brief in a moment when it comes through, and then we can do update the load sheet, and then we'll get on our way. And have a look at the scenery in the meantime, because it's a very beautiful area. So yeah, we flew the approach over them hills, which was very bumpy indeed, I must say. Very fun to fly. Have a look over here. Yeah, that's why we can't take off from 1-1. We have a massive mountainous terrain over there. I say that, but the winds are in favour of 2-9 anyway. We just had to do a tailwind landing on runway 11 on the way in here. Right. Let's get this departure brief done then.
Here's the load sheet for you.
Thank you.
No problem. Have a safe flight.
56 tons, that's fine. Right. Are you ready for the departure brief? That just sums FS2Crew up so well. Oh, that was funny. Should we try that again, shall we? That's ridiculous, honestly. You know, it's worked so well right up until I'm doing this recording, and now it's decided not to work. Are you ready for the departure briefing?
Go ahead.
There we go. So, we're going to push back from stand, start sequences 2-1. So, that's really got me there. So, we'll push back from stand, start sequences 2-1. We're going to be facing to the east after pushback. Flap 1 will do a dual engine taxi as normal out to runway 29 intersection Alpha, which is full length actually. Takeoff runway 29 will be a left takeoff right on thrust. Flap 1 derated to 24,000 miles of thrust, assume temp 33 degrees, speeds 143, 145 and 151. The departure day will be a standard instrument departure, Bosnia 4 Whiskey departure. We'll take off, fly straight ahead to 2,100 feet. Right turn heading 010, establishing a 160 radial outbound from Sarajevo. Sarajevo, there we go. Fly that outbound to establish on the 307 radial outbound from Sarajevo, and follow that out to Bosnia. Excellent. MSA is about the... Yes, please.
Starting the APU.
MSA is about the Kilo Echo Bravo or Sarajevo VOR, which I'll quickly enter. What was it? Kilo Echo Bravo. And the MSA being 9,100 feet all round. Engine out procedure. Here we go again. Straight ahead to 1 mile, left heading 270 to 2.5 miles, heading 300 to 9 miles and direct to Adnan to hold. Climbs the MSA of 9,100 feet. So, flight out to Bosnia. After Bosnia, all going well. Cross-set the routing. We will be routing direct to Maril, and then direct to Evton, direct to Monid, direct to Rugog, direct to Riffin, direct to Razom, direct to Mobdo. There's a lot of direct here. Direct to Naksav, direct to Safa, direct to Elmer, direct to Ripos, direct to Ditton, direct to Hock, the upper Lima 613 to Khotan, direct to Lupam, direct to Kesax, up Tango 421 to Kunav, Kunav 1 Golf into Gatwick. So we can happily activate and execute that now, and we'll input our wind data as well while we're here. Lovely, we have no extra fuel required today and 5 passengers less than expected. We're all loaded up and we're pretty much ready to go. Any questions?
No questions.
Lovely. So, I will add the first hour as it has already done the walk around, so we're good on that front. Quickly get this data loaded in, then we can probably get going, to be honest. Hopefully we'll get out of here bang on time. Lovely, we can now arm LNAV and VNAV for departure. Excellent stuff, right. We'll call the ground controller now, sorry, the ground crew, get the GPU and air conditioning car away. Ground flight deck.
Go ahead.
Please disconnect the GPU.
Roger, disconnect the GPU.
Please disconnect the air conditioning cart.
Roger, disconnecting the air conditioning unit.
Can we pressurize the hydraulics?
Disconnected. Roger, you can pressurize the hydraulics.
Good pressurization. Get the bleed on. Get the air conditioning going. Good stuff. Right, we're pretty much ready to go. We'll just wait for the cabin crew to come up to us and get the doors to close.
Checked.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Thanks, it'll be a short taxi.
Thanks, let me know if you need anything.
Lovely. So the doors are closed, the jet will go now.
The air conditioning unit is disconnected.
The first officer's going through
Exit
his...
doors still open.
Oh. I just told her she can shut it. Oh, I'll do it myself then. There we go. There we go, that's come on. Good stuff. Right. Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door closed and locked. MCP.
V2 151, heading 293, altitude 9,000 feet.
Takeoff speeds.
V1 143, VR 145, V2 151.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Rudder and air outfit.
3 and 0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Anti-collision light on. Before start checklist completed.
Start sequence is 2 then 1.
Check.
Good stuff, right. Get rid of the chocks now. Start the block timer, and we'll just wait for the tug to get connected up. I don't know why OBS has been so stuttery. The actual sim is fine. It's just OBS who doesn't seem to like it. Yeah, very strange. Oh well. It's nice to have somewhere different to fly for a change. I mean, I fly TUI frequently, but the route network does get very similar depending on what year of time. Sorry, what end of the year you're in. So obviously it's ski season at the minute, so you got Innsbruck, Chambray, Salzburg, all the rest of it on the map. And they've included Kusama and Katila now into the ski season, which is nice. So you can continue flying up to Lapland outside of Christmas. That one.
Release parking brakes, please.
Right, let's go.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. It says that whenever the temperature is below 0, there's nothing icing about this ground around us, so I'm going to start it anyway. Start engine 2.
Starting engine 2.
N2.
Oil pressure.
N1.
Checked.
Fuel in.
Checked.
EGT. Fuel flow. Sorry about that, just getting myself comfy before we get going. Just bash my head on the ceiling a little bit.
Checked. Starter cut out. Number 2 stable.
Start engine 1.
Starting engine 1. Oil pressure.
N2. N1.
Checked.
We got engine 2, so I can let the ground crew know if we can disconnect.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Fuel flow, EG2.
Unlocking gear.
Starter cut out.
Flaps 1.
Number 1 stable.
Checked.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Flight controls check.
Ready.
Full left. Full right. Centre. Full up. Full down. Centre. Full left. Full right. Centre. Flight controls check complete. Before taxi checklist.
Stand by.
There's the signal. Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generators on. Probe heat on. Anti-ice off. Isolation valve auto. Engine start switches continuous. Recall.
Checked.
Checked. Auto brake RTO. Engine start levers.
Idle detent.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Clear before taxi checklist completed.
Sarajevo traffic, Tomjet 575 taxi Lima Alpha runway 29 at Sarajevo traffic. Clear left.
Clear right.
Let's go. Just get a little bit of power going. Just to get us going. It's a fairly short taxi. So what we'll do before taxi, so in 40 objectives, we get a little bit closer to the holding point. Goodbye, Sarajevo. Yeah, Frat 1 does look interesting. I mean, I'm getting used to using it quite frequently now, but it definitely looks like very little flaps. The climb performance for Flat 1 is lovely though. Like, it's much, I don't know, I find flat one much easier to manage from a when you're flying from a congested airport as well. I don't know why, but it's just much simpler because this aircraft accelerates at a phenomenal rate, and especially when it's quite light. And going from flat 5 through to flat 1 through to flat up while doing the checklists with FS2Crew and dealing with London, like, it gets very, very busy. So flat 1 I do find for the sake of CRM really is a bit more manageable. Personal preference though, I guess. There's always the risk of tail strike with flat 1, I guess, but you know, swings and roundabouts really. Zoom back in on the old UFT. It's not much of a taxi chart to follow, like, but nevertheless, what I will do is I get the SID chart out for our departure out of here. There we go, that'll do. Right, we can idle that thrust off now. Get back on the taxi line.
Flight deck. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is secure.
Lovely. Right. Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps.
Flaps 1, green lights.
Stabilizer trim.
5.6 units.
Before takeoff checklist completed.
Good. Sarajevo traffic, Tomjet 575, runway 29, takeoff, Bosnia 4 whiskey departure, Sarajevo traffic. Okay, lovely. Let's get ourselves going. I might not say much during the departure, just because FS2Crew gets confused sometimes, but I'll try and make commentary when I can. Runway entry procedure.
Okay. Cabin crew, take your seats. Clear on the approach. Ready to go.
I'll leave terrain on mine just for the moment.
Roger.
Take off. N1 toga.
Checked. Thrust set, 80 knots.
Checked. Throttle hold.
V1, rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up. 400 feet.
Flaps up.
Speed checked. Flaps upset.
That's the ADF we're following for. After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist, engine bleeds, on, apps, auto, landing gear, up and off, flaps, up, no lights. After takeoff checklist complete. Happy to release the cabin crew?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Set flight level at 170.
Flight level 170 set.
Just popping the engine anti-ice on there just as we head through the clouds. It's only 1 degree and we're below 10,000 feet, so it's still icing conditions. It's climbing at a phenomenal rate at the moment. Just goes to show how powerful flat 1 is with full climb thrust.
Flight 100. Happy to release the cabin?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Transition set standard.
Standard set. After flight level 103. Now.
Checked. Select command A. Or don't then. I always left the engines turn, I'll try again. Select command A.
Autopilot on.
Excellent stuff. Right, we're away, we're climbing up. With a phenomenal rate. Might start heading up. Right, so we're due a fuel check. Sorry, a fuel check when we get to Bosnia. Excellent. I'll use this moment to check our pressurization systems. So we got. we're going. We're blown up though. We got a good cabin climb rate. Differential pressure is rising. Cabin data is also rising. Please feed the packs with a good duct pressure. So the pressurization system's working nicely, and the aircraft's beginning to pressurize. We'll clear ourselves up a bit further. We'll continue up to 290 for now. It gets us into higher airspace. Yeah, we'll deal with that on the arrival. Lovely. So, as it stands, we're due at 12 o'clock with 3 tons of fuel. Good stuff. That's 20 minutes early. I'll take that. Right, so as we climb away now, we need to start preparing for our cruise briefing. So what we essentially need to do is we need to go through our route map on the Universal Flight tablets. We need to find a number of suitable alternates, all roughly within about 200 miles of each other, that we can use en route that we'd be able to land at in the case of an emergency. Ideally places that have handling services that can accommodate us, so anywhere that currently has any branch of TUI flying out of them. So like on the way down I use Munich as one, which is a good example of one we could use. So we'll have a little look at that in 1 second. We'll just take a moment to admire the view. The cloud base is lovely today. It's lovely when you get above them overcast clouds and you get a view like that. Absolutely gorgeous. We'll need to do the RVSM check soon as well. So, actually, where are we? We got about a minute till Bosnia. We'll do our fuel check. So, At Bosnia we want to have 6.9 left, and I've burnt 1.2. Not quite there yet. We're on track for that to be correct, but we're not quite there yet. Alright, we'll zoom out on there, so we've got access to the whole screen. We can unlock the location and full screen. So what we essentially want to do is we want to select them, put them in the fixed page, and put a descent ring around them. So we're cruising at 38,000 feet. So if we times the first two numbers by 3, so 30, 60, 90, 8, 16, 24, that'll be 114 mile range rings we can use. It wasn't yet, not quite. So we're currently here. I'm not going to use Sarajevo as one because it's not a nice airport to land at. It's not very pleasant. It's fun as a pilot command, but for an emergency, it's not really suitable. So what have we got around us then that we can use in place of that? Zaga will probably be our next one. So if we go LDZA, then 114 mile range ring. Yeah, so we're well in range of Zagreb. So Zagreb's going to cover this area. Now as we move up, we don't want another one. Verona is a good airport in that area we could use. It's got ILS capability with a long runway. So what I'll do is I'll pop them in, and then I'll check the weather afterwards. We can change if necessary. So yeah, lovely, that comes just within the range rings, that's spot on. We're at Bosnia. Oh, we've just gone over Bosnia. So we use 1.1, we've got 7.1 left, so we're actually running ahead of fuel, that's good. So we're burning less fuel than the things we should have, which is excellent. So we've got Verona in there, and carry on working through. Where are we here? Is it France? Isn't it Switzerland? Geneva. Might be too close to Verona, but we can try. Pop Geneva, and we'll have to go on a bigger view. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, Geneva will do. So you got Geneva, and then after that it'll be Paris Charles de Gaulle. Yep, you can just see that arrangement there, comes in line nicely. So we've got Charles de Gaulle, and then after that it'll just be Gatwick. So that'll be 114. And we'll do a 25 nautical mile range ring for the MSA as well, because we know we're going to need it later on anyway. So if we go to plan, so you can see that's Zagreb up there, and then we got Verona, followed by Geneva, followed by Paris, and then there's Gatwick there. Good stuff. So we'll quickly check the weather in these places. So LDZA Zagreb, that's more than satisfactory, no significant change is good to see as well, so it's staying that way. Verona, Cav OK, beautiful, that's fine. Geneva's fine, slight snow showers but nothing that will get in our way.
1000 to level.
Charles de Gaulle, that's fine, and then of course we have Gatwick, which is also grand. Right, so we'll get ourselves heading up to cruise now. So we'll do the RVSM check, so we need to compare our temperatures and make sure they're within 200 feet of each other. So passing level, so we'll say passing level 288. Now, lovely, perfectly in line. So that's fine, so now I'll tell my mate over there. We are okay for RVSM.
Check.
Good stuff. Okie dokie, so the weather's good. all our en route alternates. Which is good to see. Nearly at cruise, and 388 still awesome, but we might get to 400 later on in the flight. Got a master caution anti-ice. Oh shit! Why has it done that? It turned them on before taxi. Oh well, not to worry. The P2 tubes aren't blocked yet, not to worry. I can't believe that. That's mad. It turned them on before taxi as well. FS2Crew for you. Anyway, so we're now in RVSM airspace. Lovely, so we'll do the cruise briefing. So, cruise briefing. Once we reach cruise, we'll be within Zagreb range. Zagreb International Airport, we don't currently fly there, but good long runways, and it's the only one in the area that is suitable. After that, we've got Verona, which we have arranged with the handling company already as we fly there. Again, 2 long runways, ILS capability. Geneva, same situation there, 2 long runways, ILS capability, but snowing, so we could have to like take that into account before we kind of diversion there. Paris Charles de Gaulle, plenty of runway options and plenty of length. I think that'll be an excellent alternate for us. Good weather as well, and then Gatwick thereafter. Descent is at time 11:24. If we were to make an emergency landing now, we're under the max landing weight, so we can go straight in for any approach. We're shooting at Gatwick with 3 tons of fuel, which is normal. No fuel check out. Pressurization is fine. Lovely stuff. Cruise brief complete. So guys, I'll leave you with that for now. Enjoy some nice views as we climb way back up to cruise and head over towards Gatwick. And I'll get back to you when we start planning our arrival for Gatwick. So guys, hello, welcome back. You join me in the cruise. We're just over eastern France at the moment. We're on Euro control, as you can hear. Doing his loud shouty thing as always. So it's now time to start planning our arrival. So we have about 100 miles to go, which is a good distance to start planning this. So first things first, we'll look at what we've got planned. So we have Kuna Von Golf to 08 right planned. What's the current weather? 060 at 15, 2 degrees, 1030. So it's likely 08 right anyway. Just set the QNH while we're here. I'm not sure if we're in range with Gatwick's ASUS yet. Oh, we are. 136525. Let's have a listen.
Back to Unicom Flyer 68, thanks for the service.
Hang on.
Advise aircraft type on first contact. Gatwick information India. 1050 Zulu. Runway in use 08 right. Transition level flight level 70. Window 601. Visibility 2000 feet. Temperature +2, dew point -2, QNH1030. Acknowledge receipt of information.
Okay. Good stuff. So, the cloud base is 2,000 feet at 2 degrees, -2 Gatwick Vision, India. That's all fine. So it'll be 08 right for landing then. Estimated weight is 1.1 tons less. It's going to be 59 tons exactly. And it'll be flat 30. We have no reason to use anything else. 110 at 9 is the ILS.
Squawk 0602.
Lovely.
Easy 024.
Course 077.
Your control, November 86 Delta Lima for flight level 27 after pilot. November 86 Delta Lima, descent flight level.
Good stuff. On the standby approach. We'll get the relevant charts up now. If it'll not crash on me. So we start. It's going to be the Kunav 1 Golf. I'll just turn the ATC down a bit more. So Kunav 1 Golf. Kunav Addons Kilo Echo 64 and Timber. Make sure that lines up. Timber. So it's going to be 220 below. And then that's 250 below. Got to make sure these are input correctly. And yeah, and there's nothing else to note except ANDUT, which is going to be flight level 160. See, sometimes this FMC is lacking. Okay, good. That's fine. So we fly into Timber. From Timber, we're going to be going through Timber transition to the ILS 08 right. So initial approach from Timber through Mayfield, minimum 3,000 feet, all the way around onto the final approach course. We can vector if required, really. Final approach is a 3-degree glide slope. The publishing altitude is 3,000 feet. Yeah, final approach fixed altitude 3,000 feet. Missed approach altitude is also 3,000 feet, and that's just straight ahead to plus 2,000 feet, and then right 178 heading. Minimums is 396. With landing altitude of 250 feet. Cloud base is 2,000, so no concerns there. MSA is 2,300 is the highest point. We are category 3 able, but it's not going to be required today. 3-degree glide slope. Our speed will be about 140 knots, so looking for a descent rate between 700 and 800 feet per minute. Lovely. So it's going to take a lot of scrolling to get down to 396. Not to worry though.
Checked.
Yeah, we'll briefly alter this and stuff in a minute, but the weather's good, so I'm not expecting any issues unless it's an operational issue or there's an issue on the ground with another aircraft. We should be okay. There we are. Lovely, there we go. Right, minimum set, 59 tons is our landing weight, so again I do both tools. We'll do Gatwick 08 right, 59 tons is already set. Anti-ice, we'll do engine just to be safe in case we get some icing or any like precipitation when we get down there. What were the winds again? I think it was 060 at 15. Temperature was 2 degrees with the QNH 1030. So auto brake free is more than sufficient for us there. I'm going to run exactly the same thing through the VirtualPerformance Tool after I've cross-checked the the winds. Yep, 060 at 15. So
034 is now flight level 370.
1 second, I'm just popping it into VirtualPerformance Tool and making sure it agrees with the PMDG, because sometimes both of them can be a bit iffy, but as long as they both somewhat agree, we shouldn't have any issues. Give that a second. It'll probably be auto brake free for the landing. I've requested stand 49 right after arrival. I'll put down here, you can see what I'm talking about. So we'll touch down. I'm going to aim to get off on Delta, or sorry, Charlie Romeo possibly. Bravo Romeo is fine, but for the sake of runway occupancy, we want one of these two really. And then we can taxi in from there. Stands 49 right, it's just over here. So just look at it. VirtualPerformance Tool. Yeah, auto brake free is more than sufficient for Charlie 1. Lovely. So yeah, we'll head in, it'll probably be Juliet, Papa and Lima or something along those lines. But we can discuss that when we get there. Good stuff. I'm going to quickly pop in our alternates. So we have a primary alternate of Stansted. We also have Birmingham, East Mids, Manchester and Bournemouth. There we go, so Stansted's our primary with 2.3 tons of fuel, the rest are all either 2.5 or 2.6. Stansted weather. Can I get rid of that? There we go. 06014. Birmingham is 07010.
Okay, thank you for that. Switching to Unicom.
East Mids is also fine. As is Manchester and Bournemouth. So it's a very good day across the UK. All are usable really, which is very good to see. I'm going to zoom this right in, so after we land we've got access to the taxi chart straight away. There we go, that should do it nicely. Good stuff. So I think we're ready for the approach brief then. You have control. You have control.
I have control.
Are you ready for the approach briefing?
Go ahead.
So we're going to fly the descent in approximately 80 miles at time 11:27, following the Cunard-1 Golf into Gatwick, following all speed into altitude constraints, 160 and at 250 or below at Kilo Echo 64, 220 below at Timber, 4,000 above, 4,000 at Mayfield, and then 3,000 from there on into runway 0 right. A 3-degree glide slope on the approach, following the ILS approach, minimum is 396 and no concerns over the minima. The landing will be flat 30, auto brake free, maximum reverse, planning to make it on Delta or Charlie Romeo, expecting probably Juliet and Lima. So Juliet Papa Lima stand 49 right. Alternate wise, we have Stansted as a primary alternate with good weather, long runway, no concerns with Stansted. That's at 2.3 tons. We have Birmingham and East Midlands at 2.5 tons, both with a similar appearance, and Manchester at 2.6. We're currently due to land with 3 tons, so we have plenty of decision making time, and we can commit to Gatwick if we have to go around because it's good weather and we have 2 runways available. It's the last sector today, the minimum will be 396. Final approach fixed altitude is 3,000 feet and the go around will be straight ahead to 2,000, right heading 178, climbing 3,000 feet. We can do a single engine taxi if required, and the AP will be straight after landing. Any questions?
No questions.
Lovely, right, I'll give him a second to do his thing. There we go, and then we'll do the descent checklist. I have control.
You have control.
Descent checklist.
Sorry, say again?
Descent checklist. Pressurization. Altitude is 200 feet. Recall checked. Auto brake. Level 3. Landing data.
VRF 142, minimums at 396
122 then.
feet.
122, that's not it.
I have to do that again now. VRF 142, minimums at 396 feet.
VRAF 142. Minimums 396 feet. Approach briefing.
Completed.
Descent checklist completed.
Lovely, so we're all good and ready for the descent. London's just came online, so we should have ATC as well, which is nice. What I will do quickly before we carry on, just do runway, nope, 08 right, put some renderings in for our visual reference. Lovely stuff, that's a source out for the approach then. And I'll get back to you guys when we get a little bit closer to London Gatwick. Gatwick radar, very good morning. Tomjet 575 is heading through 110, we're type 738 with India on board, heading 300.
Tomjet 57 Gatwick Director, good morning. Landing runway 08 right with no delay. Report your cleared level.
Landing 08 right, no delay, we cleared flight level 80, Tomjet 575.
Tomjet 575, roger.
So guys, welcome back. We're just in our final part of the descent now in towards Gatwick. We're on radar vectors for runway 08 right. No delay, should get straight in hopefully. You can see on pretty much a sort of base / downwind leg there. Just like go for flight level 100. I'll probably do some nice manual flying here because it's a lovely day. So we'll probably take the automatics out in a moment. But yeah, it's been a lovely flight. I don't know if that time lapse I did over the channel work, but there was some lovely ships to see as we headed over the English Channel. Plenty of water traffic. I said new add-on that just popped in. It's a free add-on. Just it gives us shifts
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
in the major shipping lanes of the world.
Flight 100.
It's cool to see. Okay, 100 lights on. Pressurization check, still descending nicely. Cabin out's going down, differential pressure's going down. Still got a good duct pressure. Lovely, that all checks out nicely. Lovely. So my kind first officers informed the cabin crew 10 minutes to landing. Excellent stuff, so manual flight.
Check.
Tomjet 578, turn left heading 285, descend to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1030.
1000 to level.
Sorry, was that for Tomjet 575?
Tomjet 575A firm, turn left heading 285, descend to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1030.
Okay, left heading 2 at 5, send 6,000 feet, QNH 1030, Tomjet 575. I could have sworn he said Tomjet 578 there. But hey ho.
Cabin Director, good afternoon.
Lovely, so do a nice bit of hand flying and have a lovely approach in the
With
Gatwick.
Malta 1 Hotel Juliet.
So guys, welcome back. We're just hand flying now, we're just coming up to the base leg in a moment.
Director, good morning, climb now, flight
Slowly decelerating and descending nicely. It's a lovely clear day, gorgeous weather, and a very lovely approach to flying, all to be honest.
1000 to level.
Nice opportunity to do some hand flying. We got the cabin secure, the approach checklist is done, the altimeters are set. The next stage is starting to get the flaps down, and then the landing checklist, of course. Bog to flap up speed for now.
575, turn right heading 045, you clear the ILS runway 08 right.
Right heading 045, cleared ILS runway 08 right, Tomjet 575. So, right heading 045. Lovely, this is the part again where I stop talking as much because I'm going to get FS2Crew going. Flaps 1.
Speed checked.
Approach mode armed.
Checked. Flaps 1 set. Bug up is set. Bug up is set.
Shamrock 233, no further ATC, Monitor Unicorn 122.8. 122.8, Shamrock 233, thank you.
Final approach fix. Height checked. Missed approach altitude is set.
It's quite bumpy at the moment, that massive headwind is pushing us around quite a lot. Nothing too much to worry about though.
Gatwick,
Just try and keep it stabilised.
now, flight level 170.
And get this approach flown.
Climb flight level 170, easy 65 kilo clock
alive. Cabin crew, take your seats.
Flat 5.
Speed checked.
Says heading
That's
077.
5 set.
Tomjet 575, free speed and contact tower 124.230.
Free speed tower 124230, Tomjet 575, cheers, good morning. Right, we'll get ourselves onto the tower now. Hopefully you'll get us clear to land straight away. Gatwick Tower, very good morning, Tomjet 575, ILS runway 08 right.
Tomjet 575, Gatwick Tower, hello, 760 degrees, 16 knots, runway 08 right, clear to land.
0 right, clear to land, thanks Tomjet 575. Excellent stuff. So what I'm going to do now is quickly get the ground frequency tuned before we land to make our lives a little bit easier. So it's 121.805. Good stuff, get ourselves back on that localizer, just correct nicely. A little bit of thrust to keep that speed, and then trim it out. As the approach altitude is set, let's just fly this approach. No, there's that turbulence. It's not a great sound effect, I'm going to get that fixed. That's from, I forgot what it's called now, cat turbulence or something. Gear down, flaps 15.
Speed checked. Gear down. Flaps 15 set.
Flat 30.
Speed checked. Flaps 30 set.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist. Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Speed brake.
Armed. Set and checked.
Landing gear.
Down.
1000 feet. Stable. Flaps.
Flaps 30. Green lights.
Landing checklist completed.
Good stuff. So we're final now. Again, I'm probably going to talk for a little bit while I sort FS2Crew off for a landing, but we're looking pretty stable at the moment. It's a bit windy, but pretty stable. We're going to aim for about 148 on the touchdown speed, just to accommodate for that 15 knot headwind we're dealing with. And again, we're aiming for Delta or Charlie 1 after landing. Cleared.
500 feet.
Checked.
Approaching minimums.
Approaching minimums.
Minimums.
Landing.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brake up. Reverse is normal.
Manual braking.
Auto brake disarmed. Checked. 60 knots.
Jet 575, welcome. Contact Gatwick ground, 121.805, bye-bye.
121.805, Tomjet 575, cheers, goodbye. Go ground, hello Tomjet 575, we're off on Delta 1. I think we put in a request for 49 right as a stand, if that's okay.
Tomjet 575, Gatwick ground, good afternoon, welcome to Gatwick. Yes, expect stand for 90 right, taxi second right on Juliet, and then Papa holds Papa 1.
Okay, second right Juliet, Papa hold Papa 1, Tomjet 575, thank you. Okay, to clean up. The OBS is really lagging here. I'm not too sure why.
Checked.
FedEx 117 X-ray stands at 176, push and start through, face south. Facing south, FedEx.
Yeah, it's really stuttering.
Checked.
I did say okay to clean up, and it still hasn't cleaned up. Right, we'll do a nice slow taxi anyway, because we're holding short Papa 1 regardless.
Set.
Okay to clean up. Usually that's
Checked.
Usually that's his key to crack on. Okay to clean up. Okay to clean up. Oh well, no bother, we'll just do it.
Checked.
Okay to clean up.
Ryanair 541, continue taxi Quebec, Juliet, hold Juliet 6.
Quebec, Juliet, hold Juliet 6 for Ryanair 541.
Lovely. Right, so we'll just continue for now. We're holding Papa 1. So I assume it's just going to be short of Papa.
Tomjet 575, continue taxi Juliet, Papa Lima, stand for 9 out right.
Juliet, Papa Lima, stand 49 right, thank you, Tomjet 575. Good, that's fine then. We don't have to find Papa 1 anymore, so that's fine. Okay, I'll foot down a bit, so... Clear left.
Clear right.
No, steady taxiing. I do no more than 10 knots because we're taxiing around apron areas at the moment. I don't know why Gatwick's been so laggy this morning. Normally Gatwick's okay. Maybe it's OBS pushing it over the limit. Who knows?
Ryanair 541, contact Gatwick Tower 124.230. Have a safe flight, bye bye.
124230, see ya, take care.
Start the APU.
Starting the APU.
So we're going for gate right 49. Lovely. Good stuff. There's an EasyJet there. Ready to go. Yeah, I don't know why it's been so laggy. It's normally not too bad. That landing wasn't fantastic either. It's funny, every time I'm off video I do a lovely landing and then as soon as the OBS comes out, it's like floaty, uppy, downy, smashy. Clear left.
Clear right.
Oh, there's some sort of pornography shoot going on there between three ground vehicles. That's good to see.
APU on the buses.
Tomjet 575, just be advised that EasyJet is on 48 left. If he's in your way, you can take any stand on 49, that's fine.
Yeah, no problem, thank you. We'll have a little look when we get to the stand and we'll get back to you if we need anything further. Thanks, 575. It should be okay. It doesn't look like it's anywhere near in our way. Maybe it's not, we can go around to like one of the walking stands over there. I have a severe distrust of jetways in Microsoft unless I've tried them prior. So I try and get a walk-in stand if I can. And I do like watching my passengers walk in the terminal. There's something very satisfying about it. So I do always like the walk-in stand. Yeah, like EasyJet's fine. He's miles away. Lights and doors.
Check. Cabin crew disarm doors and cross-check.
Marshal in sight.
Checked.
Recognised us, that's good.
FedEx 117, ready for taxi. FedEx 117 X-ray, taxi, holding point Juliet 4, runway 08 right via Juliet.
Go off that frequency. Lovely. Fast break set.
Checked.
2 blues, 1 red. Kill the entrance.
Checked.
You'll go through a shutdown flow. Nope, absolutely not.
Checked.
Ground flight deck.
Go ahead.
Please connect the GPU.
Roger, connecting the GPU. Captain, the GPU is connected.
Lovely.
Checked.
Shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps off. Probe heat off. Hydraulic panel set. Flaps.
Up.
Parking brake.
Set.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Weather radar.
Off.
Off. Shutdown checklist completed.
Good stuff. Right, we just have the secure left to do. GSX is just rebooting itself because it's having one of them days where it decides it doesn't like me anymore. So it'll not be a second. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for the delay in getting you off. Yeah, that wasn't the world's best landing, but it'll do. It was in the touchdown zone and it got us off early enough. Lovely. Right, I'll come up. We can kill the parking brake now. Right. Secure the aircraft. Are off, that's those test lights are off, IRS are off, lovely. Right, secure checklist.
Secure checklist. IRS off. Emergency exit lights off. Window heat off. Packs off. Secure checklist complete.
Lovely, so that's that. Welcome to London Gatwick. Lovely, that was a nice flight. Albeit the landing wasn't amazing. I will absolutely take it. Passengers should start deboarding now, hopefully. Yeah, it was nice. Something a bit different. Sarajevo and Bosnia, it's not something I've ever been before, really, in the sim. It's quite nice, yeah, something a bit different. I do apologise again about the landing and the fact that FS2Crew didn't want to do its clean-up procedure afterwards. It might just been a sim lag that put the whole thing off, really, but not to worry anyway. Oh, here come our passengers. I love this little bit, watching them all walk into the terminal. Lovely. What was the landing rate on that? Let's have a look. It says -125. I don't know if that's true or not. It would have been a bit of a FUD anyway because the G-force would have been high as we floated a bit, then came down. I think it's particularly in Gatwick where it was lagging there. It makes it a lot harder. I did do a fairly nice landing to Sarajevo, which I recorded. So maybe a bonus landing. Maybe come at the end of the video. Who knows? But yeah. Thank you all for watching. That's it from me for now. And I'll catch you all next time. Ta-ra for now.